Welcome, guys. So, today we have to start from intellectual property. In the last video, we saw about sale, lease, gift, exchange, right? Now we come on to intellectual property. Intellectual, what does this word means? First of all, this word means something related to mind. That means, like, if you develop an innovative design or any work, any story out of your knowledge or mind, your intellectual capacity, then that would be known as your intellectual property. Okay, and when we study these laws, intellectual property laws, we in short form say it as IPR. Okay, so whenever you hear this term now, IPR, you got to know what it means, what it expands in. Intellectual property rights. Okay, intellectual property is another kind of property which does not involve movable or immovable property. So इसमें movable immovable का distinction नहीं होता है. Any work such as invention, artistic work, that means those poems or stories, or you can say those short stories, short writings that people used to work upon, right? Any book that you have written, that may be because of your knowledge, and so it can be termed as intellectual property. Work, literally work, design, symbol, name, image, etc., created by knowledge of a person is called IP. Such IP can be protected by law. Following are the types of IP: trademark, patent, copyright, design, geographical indications. Any mark, now we come on to trademarks. Okay, any mark put on product, such as name of a product or service, that is brand. You hear that if I talk about a particular article, say handbags, then we have different brands for them. The makeup products, we have different brands for them, right? The shoes, we have different brands for them. Why? Because they manufacture a certain company, say Adidas, it manufactures a certain article, that is shoes, and it has registered it as a trademark. See, trade is doing business. Obviously, if this company is manufacturing, then it is for selling, right, to earn profits out of the things that it is manufacturing, right? So trademark is some mark in the sense that it will have a registration on this product, and it will be able to put its name below it or anywhere it as a brand of it. Okay, you see Adidas shoes, Adidas is written over them, right? Nike shoes, Nike is written over them. Yes or no? So these are the trademarks, means they are, obviously these articles are used for business or trade, and since they have a mark or name of the brand written upon them, so that will be known as a trademark. Okay, and why you write the name? If like you used to cover your notebooks, right, and used to paste a name slip and write your name over it, this class and all those things. So why did you write your names in every book or notebook that you purchased and you were using? To distinguish it from the other people's things, right? To distinguish and to identify which one is yours, right? So same thing, when these trademarks are used on various articles, then that means to distinguish between the other articles which are available in the market, and to set an example or to set a particular brand of its own. That happens, which helps people to distinguish it from other products and services. So as I told you, to distinguish itself from other products which are already available in the market, such names or brand names or trademarks are put on the articles. Names of product, companies, etc. are trademarks, like Apollo Pharmacy, Titan watches. I gave you the example of Adidas, Nike, all these are also trademarks. Patents, you may have heard these words. I guess this is not the first time that you are hearing all these: patent, copyright. Patent is right granted over invention of a product. Okay, when you invent a product which is completely new. The articles used to manufacture it, or the services that it provides, that product provides, or the knowledge which you have used to invent that product is completely new, then that will be registered as a patent. Okay, so anything completely new in any field that you develop, that can be registered as a patent by the government. Okay, it is by the government that these patents get registered. In other words, when a person makes a new product, he can get a patent. The person who made the invention is called patent owner. Obviously, he would be getting the patent registration, so he will be called the patent owner. Patent owner can decide upon usage of product and who should use the product. Now, patent owner can decide that how he wants to use his product and who he wants to use that. Now, for suppose, if I want a patented product of another person to be used by me, I would have to take the permission of that person first of all. And if he gives his consent, then it may happen that I would also have to pay him a certain amount of money in exchange of his product that I am using. Okay, it happens generally. If a person A goes to a person B who is a patent owner for an article, say for shoes, and he says that I want to use it, or I want to take its what do you say, चेन, कंपनी चेन जिसको बोलते हैं, फ्रेंचाइजी चेन, एंड आई वांट टू open my shop in which your brand shoes will only be sold. So in that exchange, the way, now he will decide that whether he has to give the permission. That means he will decide how the products are getting used. Okay, he will decide how the products are getting used, and he will also decide that who will use it, right? In other words, if he allows the permission, then he is also allowing that who, that is A, will be using it or not. Okay, so that's how it goes. And if B wants, he can also demand a certain amount of money from A to be paid to B in exchange of the products that he use. Not that obviously if he is using the shoes, then he has to pay the amount that these shoes cost for. Other than this cost price also, he may be asked to pay something. Okay, so that happens if I have published a book. Okay, in the case of book, it will be rather be a copyright, not patent. But if I had, just give me this example, if I have published a book, right, and there is a filmmaker or a director, say person B, I am person A and the director is person B, and he has approached me asking that I want to make a film or a drama series based on the novel or the book that you had written. Okay, so it will be completely on my part to decide that whether I want a film or drama series to be made on my book, and it is also completely on my part to grant permission to be. Okay, so I am deciding that how will my book be used and who will be using it. Other than that, now here in this case, an amount of money, say rupees X, whatever this can be, is compulsory to be given from B to A. And when this amount of money is paid, then B has full rights to make a film and to release it in cinemas or so. Okay, and in exchange of that money, I will be allowing that person to produce a film. Now, if it happens that I had taken the permission, but the person is not allowing me, okay, then I cannot publish the film. If without taking the permission, or when he has not consented for me to produce the film, I had made the film, I had produced it in cinemas, then that would be a copyright violation. Okay, that means I have violated the copyright rules. So now let's see what's copyright. Copyright is right obtained over the creation of any literary or artistic work, book, music, films, paintings, scriptures, etc. are covered under this. Any person who wants to write a book or make a film on writing or idea of another should seek his permission for idea that he has used. Now I think that's only written what I have told you just now. The permission is very important. Designs. Any design invented by a person shall be protected by designs. Now design can be what? A shape, a pattern, a symbol, right? A logo. That can all be designs. Design of wrapper of a biscuit, design of a car, design of shape of a cold drink bottle, etc. So by the word itself, design, that means a design, color, line, packet design or anything like that of a particular articles. That are various articles wrapped in packets are sold in the market, right? How will the Lay's packet look like? How will the Uncle Chips packet look like? Various different designs are made, right? And those are covered under this thing. Now we come on to geographical indications. Certain products or goods have a specific geographical origin and possess characteristics that attribute to the place of origin. Such goods and products bear the name of geographical origin. This is called geographical indication. Example, Darjeeling tea. Now let me tell you, Darjeeling tea has set a record, and it was the first Indian product, remember, first Indian product to be registered as a geographical indication. Okay, it is requested, this how they are registered. First of all, the area ask for the government of India, and then the international organization. You have to name that international organization in the comment section below. The international organization, if it grants the permission, then that article is said to be registered as a geographical indication. And since it is geographical, so it will not be only limited to India, but it would be worldwide. It would be worldwide known as a geographical indicated product. Okay, and if there is a particular area which specializes in making that product, or where there is abundant of that product, okay, and that product's quality and quantity is only because of the special geographical features of that area in which it is cultivated or where it is produced, then that can only be registered as a geographical indication. Like Darjeeling tea, if I talk about, obviously it is in Darjeeling, that's why it is known as Darjeeling tea. Recently, Odisha Rasagullas were also registered as geographical indications, and there were many actually which were registered recently. So search for it. It is for your GK portion. If you want, you may search it and just read a brief about what geographical indication is, how they are granted, or which organization grants them, how many products of India till now are granted geographical indication, and what are the recent products to be given this thing. So you can find out all these things. You can surf it on the Google Baba, right? Okay. So if I talk about Darjeeling tea, then it is grown in the Darjeeling hills, okay, and the quality of that tea is so specialized, it is so expensive, okay. It is so expensive and the quality is so good that the people there registered it as a geographical indication, and because of that place where it is cultivated, that is Darjeeling, the quality of tea depends upon that, the soil of the land, so it got a geographical indication. If I am producing basmati rice in Allahabad, okay, and I'm going that, okay, I have produced this, now I want it to get geographically indicated. So that will not happen, because my production, my yield, or my quality of basmati rice that I had cultivated has nothing in relation to the good type of soil or land which is available in Allahabad, okay. So that cannot happen. If it would happen, then every place where basmati rice is grown, they will be going and registering themselves as geographical indication. So that is not possible, right? Any product which is native to that area, or whose quality completely or primarily depends upon the soil of the land or the speciality climatic conditions of the land, which provide a very good quality of that product, that can only be registered as geographical indication, which is specialized to a particular area. So goods specific geographical origin and possess characteristics that attribute to place of religion. It may be due to the climatic conditions that are prevalent there, it may be due to the type of soil which is on that piece of land. Okay, so then only they get registered in the name of that area and the product, like Tirupati Laddu, Odisha Rasagulla I told you about, right? Okay, now here this property law comes to an end, and these are various exercises. You may do it, okay, on your own, and I guess from the next video I will be taking up this unit 2b, that is law of contracts. Okay, thank you so much.